Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now this video we're in a creative world because it's going to be a little bit different from all the other episodes in this series of mine. We're actually going to be starting on designs around here and trying to design this area and see what we like, what we don't like. I mean, that's one thing we don't like. Damn path blocks. But yeah, we're going to be cracking on designing this place. Let me know what you enjoy about what I'm going to be doing and what you would recommend. If you have any suggestions, go for it. I will be listening. And how about we just start off with this? Once I'm building like houses and stuff, I will give you like a little talk about why I want it that way. And already I'm thinking over here we have like a viewing platform just to look out at this, because it's very nice. And we're just gonna go crazy with little buildings. Now I'm gonna change up how I'm doing houses because I've sort of been trying to follow villagers styles, and then I did my girlfriend's dream house and completely threw villager styles out the window. Look, there she is right there. Hello, Kelsey. And so I'm kind of gonna lean into this whilst also not really, but at the same time I am. So I'm gonna crack on with this house first, and this is sort of how I just design a house, if you may. I will just do a rough square, well, not square, but you know what I mean. Make sure that's okay. There we go. I'll like do the box frame, shall we say. And then what you do after you've done that is you go like that. You look at it, you think, where do I want the door? Well, I'm going to want a door there. Then you think, what do I want it built out of? If I do this, do I like that? Do I like how that colour goes? Like that. But then you look at it, you think, well, what's going to look like from the inside? And so on the inside, you're going to want a raised floor. That's not what I wanted. So we would have it like this on the inside, so then you can actually look out the windows, meaning that this side would be fine for a window. Like that. You come around here, looks fine, looks fine. But then you get this bit that's going to look a bit awkward and weird, and so you go like this. Now you have a wall with a big window, but when you're inside, you're going to be just looking into that house. So you do that, and now you've formed a little alleyway as well, by the way. So now you've formed a little alleyway, and you think, that looks okay. You know, could be better, could be worse. We'll leave it for now. Come around the back and just get rid of all of these. You have to remember that this is going to be your floor. I don't know why I've kind of turned it into like a recommendation on what to do and how to do a house, but I'm doing this for the first house so you guys understand my logic on how I build if you see me deleting a lot of stuff later on. Say if you have it like that, then you have the same window on each side. However, you can also have a little back door. Or what you can do is just do this. And then voila, like that. You can even put a step here. Do I have any stone brick stairs? There we go. You could have it so it's like that for the door, and then stone brick stairs there. I would also do that because that way you get like the look of a window ledge here whilst it looking bigger than it actually is. Or you just do that, and then God, this must be really entertaining already. Do I have any doors with me? No, I don't. Give me a door. No, door. There we go. You can have it so from the outside it looks like that. The inside we can fix up. Or you can have it. No, that's not the one. Well, you can have it so it's like that, or have it. I keep putting the wrong thing in my inventory, like that, which adds a little bit more depth, which I quite like that one at the moment. I'll go over here. I'm gonna put a window in. I need to get rid of some of this stuff from my inventory. 1 second. Right, now that my inventory has been kind of cleared out, I'm gonna quickly put all our blocks that we're using for this build in my hotbar. Just do that. Looks a bit flat. So then we do this. What do we think? Yeah, adds a little bit more depth. You could also use walls. Do we have brick? We do have brick walls. And do that, which gives you a little bit more depth. You'll just either have to deal with this being like this on the inside. Does it also work? Yes, it does also work up there, but I don't want it up there. Yeah, I'm not sure if this will turn back to grass. It should do, because it's just walls, and so it'll be like that. Give you that little extra bit of depth, but again, you'll have it on the inside. I actually quite like that for this side. I might actually change this back to that, so it has a variation on how the windows look. This wall will always be a tricky wall because it's the back. So what we do is we leave it unfinished. No, I'm joking, I'm not agreeing. We will change up the windows a little. And didn't need to do that one. Do this. How do we feel about making it one bigger? Accidentally misclicking. Now we get a big window with a big view. Boom. So that's how that's done. Now, what do we want for the roof? I want to go with the dark oak and deep slate kind of route. So I'm going to do this and build a quick little frame. It's like speed building this. I mean, not at the moment because roofs are irritating to build. I think that's the middle. Always build with an odd center, like right. Always build with a center block. It is the middle as well. Cool. Because that way you can do nice roofs. I mean, if you wanna do an even center and deal with your roof not being able to do this, then go for it. I just prefer doing it this way. I think all my roofs are odd. I think that's even odd, and it's in segments of 2 and a 3. Yeah. All my roofs are odd. And that is the only one that I've done stair stuff with, but I'm leaving this one like this. I will be needing that though. Thank you. And then we just keep her going. Keep on doing stairs, even if you get dizzy. No, if you get dizzy, then please do take a break. Don't risk anything for Minecraft. This is very much how I normally design a house. Yeah, I quite like that. I feel like I'm one of them TikToks that keeps purposely misplacing stairs just to rage bait people, but I'm not, I promise. I promise I'm good at Minecraft, okay guys? If you don't believe me, check out my other episodes. For these houses, by the way, some will have interior, some may not. Like this one has a proper, oh, missed. This one has a proper interior, whereas this one has a farm inside, and no proper interior. And then you have this one here that has an interior, but it's not the best. It's just something to add a little bit of detail when you're over here and you see something in the window. Although it does blend in quite a lot, I will admit. But these stools have stuff inside because they're open. You know, that has stuff inside because it's all glass. These don't particularly need stuff inside. There is no need for me to add stuff in here. Other than maybe a basic like kitchen here, maybe a bed here, some chests. I don't know, guys. We'll figure it out. Another thing that I like to do is just do this, and then where I put them, like down there. Nice little window. And what we can do that I just thought about is we can turn that way. Trying to do this on the spot without planning ahead was a silly idea, I will not lie. But you guys get the point of how I design houses this way, so it still works. Do that. Make sure there's no gaps, because gaps are annoying. I kind of like that. That's quite nice. Then just do this. And ta-da! Nice little house. Nice little house just like that, but finish this bit. And then from the inside, you've got no gaps to the outside whatsoever. And if you really want to, I mean, don't have to, but you could do this sort of thing for your roof, and you go from spruce, some stripped spruce. I like doing this as a ceiling quite a lot. You'll probably be seeing this a lot more than you have on this series so far. You'll be seeing it a lot during this, I reckon. It just gives you that old ceiling feel with the beams going across. And if you really wanted to use upstairs, you could just put a ladder like here, and then you got your bedroom with some little windows to look out of, see the views. But that's not what I'm going to do, because there's going to be no proper interior for these, because I claim to suck at interiors, but I mean I'm not too bad. I just forget stuff. Yeah, put that up for rent. There we go, sorted. Though this wall is looking very plain, this is another thing you can do to add some texture to your wall. Just I forgot you do that, right? There we go, like that. Maybe even all the way down, but then it does that. Little build trick. There we go. And then make it look like there's foundation. Ta-da! Now we have it like that. Now we've got a bit of detail on that wall as well. And you got a picture of path coming up here, because the path will be done in survival when I am done with the design for this, because paths are just long, and especially doing that'll take up hours of my time, and I only want to do that once. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to do some spruce, like maybe a spruce, oak, dark oak, like just sort of switch up the colours of the trim and change some of the roofs maybe that I've already done. Not 100%, but it's time to properly design the village. See you guys in a time lapse. Hope you enjoy. So, since building this house behind me, I have spent around about 4 to 5 hours working on buildings. And I think there's about 1 or 2 changes that I'm going to make, but I'll make it at a later date when I build it in survival. So this is what we've got so far. Obviously I haven't done the paths. Believe I mentioned it in the previous clip that I'll be doing paths later on. But the first building we made was this one. Doing brilliant use with walls and stairs. And I sort of used this house as a template for the rest of the houses. Except I mixed a little bit of stuff up. So first off we got this, which is pretty much, I didn't realise how far away they were. It's pretty much one of the like market stalls, but it's going to be sort of, oh, you can buy this for a better experience on the view. Oh, buy this, blah, blah, blah. And you come here and you can just look out. Look how beautiful it is. I do love this view. I like how you've got the walls that go down, you know, definitely not planned to have this view here. Definitely not. I would never plan ahead like that. Anyway, but yeah, we've got some nice seating. The lights turn on when it's night time. Obviously got lamps around because we don't like creepers. We got a well, which could be just a wishing well. I might move it over by 1 block so it's in line with that door, but I'm not sure, you know, like it looks roughly, say if that was a line, it looks roughly in the center of it, but yeah, it might get moved over by 1, and that is one of the things that I may change. But we've got a few other houses around, you know, made out of different types of bricks. I've used 2 types of bricks and then got a wooden house because why not? I'm actually quite impressed with how many different, same style, but different houses I've done. So over here we've got a double staircase to this house because for some reason I'm feeling like it's an important house. So I gave it a balcony. I feel like someone important would live here. And as we all know, your level of importance is shown by how big your balcony is. That's why Kelsey's got the biggest balcony here so far. And we've got this little house here, which I have no idea how I'm going to do the interior for this. It may just be a bed, a crafting table, and a furnace, but oh well. This, on the other hand, may have a slight upstairs, depending on, well, depending on me, really. Let's be honest. Oh, I didn't realise the camera goes through glass like that. Just chilling in my house. Yeah, it depends on how I do it, if I do it, and all that. This house over here is one that I'm actually rather proud of. Well, I'm proud of all of them, but like this one I really like for the use of the walls and glass panels, glass panes, not panels. Like this looks like it used to be a door and then it got bricked up when they had like renovations or something, or when this was here and they bricked it up to change it so this is a door. Just that kind of thing is nice to think about, and I quite enjoy thinking about that sort of thing. But then I don't know why I came out the back. Out front, because this will be the front of the house, whereas this is the back of the house. You've got, I think it's called a porch. I'm not 100%. In fact, I may, nope, that way. I may just extend this a little bit, see if I like that better. We'll, I think what actually needs to change is this. If I do that to that, or the direction of the campfires. I'm gonna change the direction. That's better. God, it's amazing how much a slight orientation can change things. I mean, mainly because I have a thing on that makes it so that the bottom of campfires are invisible and not got this kind of soot underneath. You know, you tap at the top. See? Doesn't see through. But other than that, we're good. Keep trying to press E and then go forwards whenever I'm in that menu. But then we've got the only wooden shack, which for me, I feel like this would be I feel like this would be the like oldest quote unquote house, or the poorest. I'm not sure. I feel like he got mugged off, or whoever will live there got mugged off. But I really like this. It's like a nice little starter base kind of house. This wall is plain. I'm thinking of adding some bushes here. Like all the finishing touches and details will be done in survival. So like this will get shrubbery like this sort of thing here, or something like that. Not 100%, or maybe like a compost dump. Something will happen here, okay? And then we got the blacksmith, his house here with a nice big gazebo, or lean-to, whatever it would be called, covering his workplace. Got some bits of dirt on the floor, some embers, some sparks that have been hit when he's been doing his work, grinding down stuff. You know, he's got a saw for anything that he'll need to saw out, and quite a roomy building. I don't like this bit, but unfortunately it's inevitable for using that. Unless I changed it from that to that. Do I like that? We'll go with it. Why not? It works. Means that the inside looks better. I like that. No. We'll leave it like that, because then it looks okay from the outside. But that's the blacksmith, his house slash work, I guess. How I've somehow where's right there, somehow forgotten his stairs, but now he has stairs into his house. This house, I kind of wanted to go with the views. I wanted to add a balcony, but you know, a balcony would just feel out of place for a house this small compared to this one and this one, where they're just slightly bigger. And you'll notice as well in the roof, I've sort of done a mixture of 3 or 4 different roof patterns. I think it's 4. That one, that one, that one, and that one. 5. It's 5 because of that one as well. Okay. Yeah, I've used deep slate tiles. Yep, deep slate tiles, deep slate brick stairs, polished blackstone brick stairs. God, that's a mouthful. For roofs. Oh, keep doing it. But I'm quite happy with all the roofs and how they've turned out. I'm liking the windows being slightly inwards, and then you've got this one, which all of the wall is slightly like inset. And this was a cool little design. So put walls on the outside of the windows with stairs on the top, and it sort of makes it look like this entire wall is slightly bowed from the construction being not 100% perfect. This one to me kind of looks like a face. Tell me, okay, if this looks like a face or not. Imagine this is all set back. It's a face right there. Boom. Oh, what? That's a tough one. Let me just. Thank you. I could leave it like that, to be fair. It would be pretty funny. But oh, stop it. There we go. But yeah, it's a nice little house. Got some fancy stairs going up to his front door. You'll notice quite a few of them have nice stairs going up to the front door. Don't know why I've done that actually. I might have it so it's the door. Thank you. like that. Again, I might just change the keybind at this point. Actually, I think it's because it opens up to this tab. So if I just have it like that. Ah, there we go. Sorted. Learn something new every day. There we go. That's like that house done. This house done. I feel like I could do some like chimneys and stuff, but then it doesn't make sense for interior, because you know that could have a chimney, but it's a church. Don't ask me why I've done a church. I just felt like this needed a church. We've got a witch's tower, a witch's house, and a church right next to the blacksmith, so they all get interrupted when the blacksmith's at work. On top of all of that, we also have a windmill, which isn't the best designed. I sort of was like, oh yeah, let's do all the design on the bottom. Got to this point, I went, I'm just going to be redoing this in survival and then adding more detail. So I may as well just do it as plain and simple and then upgrade it when I do it in survival. Hence, this isn't the best, but yeah, the change that I'm going to make is making this section twice as tall and making this very much bigger. Now, the area outlined in cobblestone here is all going to be wheat, apart from a path sort of going from, from here around into the door, and some lines where like a cart has gone through to pick up hay bales or something like that. You know, there's going to be atmosphere here, I promise. It's not just going to be a weird shaped thing which has white behind it. So I've got a plan. I'm going to flatten this out a little bit, not fully, just a little bit. Possibly do some details on this wall, which I don't think I've actually built this yet in the survival. Oh dear. But we'll get that. We will get that. Now, I'm not sure what to do with the iron farm. How can I make this look like it's needed? Because the rails are here to stop zombies from coming onto this path block. And whilst I'm down here, I think this has changed in my survival world since making this world, and I made this world for the walls and mushroom village, which the mushroom village changed when I built it all. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Here we have the farmer's house. So it'd come up here, go in here, and he's actually got a ceiling. Unlike almost every other building, he's actually got a ceiling. But that's because you could see everything. And they will be getting ceilings just once I build it in survival. Quite happy with this house. I really like this little design bit here. Kind of looks like there's a line of bricks that have just been missed out. Looks like the farmer and his wife have died. Yeah, it looks like there's like 4 bricks missing from here, and I've done it in each and every one because it's a nice little design. But the windows, I've made it so that they're 2 tall, but the walls are 4 tall and the windows are 2 tall. So then I'm not stuck with designs like that. Instead, I can make it slightly taller. It just makes it feel a lot more open. And if you're inside, look at that. Look at the view of the snow. And you just look out here, you see the wall. That's quite a nice little view that way. Might make a boat over there. I don't know. Maybe. Possibly. No promises. Anyway, we've got here a little chicken coop which will have a fence around it, so it's fenced off from the rest of the world. The outer cobblestone is like the main fence, other than a door a gate that is going to be about here-ish. Then here we have your farm animal stable type things. I don't know what to call them. They got water, it splashed out, made mud. Because that was a little detail that I want to 100% have in my survival world, and so I've put it in here so that I know for a fact that I need to put it in there. So we're going to have like cows, pigs, sheep, and then chickens. And they could actually go in there, as you can see, and then shut them away, because the chickens, they need to be protected at night. And let's actually put... I wasn't expecting a coloured sheep from that. Hang on a minute. We want a cow, and where's the normal pig? There it is. We will just have 2 of each, because for all intents and purposes, that's all you need. I don't even know if I've used that word correctly. Oh well. But yeah, that's sort of what I've planned so far. I haven't shown you under here. I just sort of made it so it looks supported. There's not much going on under there. Liking the arches on the outside though makes it look nice and fancy. That's all we've done so far in this episode, and I think that's all I've got time for, to be completely honest, because this has drained me of energy and time. And it's been quite nice recording but being in creative, so I'm thinking maybe I might do a creative series every now and then, posting a video in creative. I'm not sure. I might. We'll figure it out, okay? Another thought I'm having is doing a tree here, but it would have to be a big tree, and it would have to be a custom tree. Now, I'm not too keen on building custom trees, because when I build custom trees, they turn out like that. And while it's all good there, because there's lots of them and they're different colours and shades and stuff, that wouldn't work there. It would need to be a big one that just kind of goes huge, and trunk goes out and different branches and all that stuff. So I may have to speak to some people or do some research on trees. Wish me luck with all this tree business. Oh, I'm going to be Lorex soon. I mean, not for how much wood I've got to destroy for all of this. But yeah, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Please let me know if you have any suggestions on what I should build in this village in the comments, and what I should do differently from this design so far, at least, because I haven't done that middle bit where the iron farm is, or that area just above my head. So yeah, hope you guys have had a day, good evening, or whatever time you're watching this. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below of everything that I've said so far. And I shall see you in the next one. Bye!